What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kev here, back with another Prize Picks video. Guys, I've been a little MIA. I know if you watched the MMA video or the NFL Live Before Lock, you guys know I lost power last week, basically the entire week, so it was a nightmare. Everything's getting back to normal now, though, which is good. Just got to play catch up a little bit, but I'll give you a little synopsis that I give every single video. Guys, if you're new to the channel or new to Prize Picks is essentially a daily fantasy sports betting platform where instead of just picking players, you're betting on the over and unders of their projections. So you look at, Patrick Mahomes at 300.5 yards. I can go over, under, and I can pair that, 2, 3, 4, 5 times like a parlay, which is cool. And you can do it with different sports as well. Obviously, I like to do MMA a lot with my football. I think that's the best pairing for me, and they also have single stats, as you guys see usually, or I shouldn't say usually, but it used to be fantasy score and all that stuff, but now you can do single stats all the way down to, they have fucking highlight now, which is insane. If you guys don't know what highlight is, to the best of my knowledge, I believe it's a sport where you use a hook and you whip a ball, you shit whip a ball around. I really don't know, to be honest, but it looks pretty cool. But yeah, if you do sign up, please use code DGF. It really helps us, really supports the channel, helps you guys as well. As you see, we're running a promo. If you use our code, you get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. So if you put $100 in, you get $100 back. So it really helps you guys. But let's get right into this game, guys. I'm gonna go over single stats, as you guys know I like to do now. Not a ton of juice in this game. I'll be honest. I've been saying that like a lot of these showdowns, but let's be real. A lot of these showdowns have been absolute dog shit. Unfortunately, one of the most interesting ones that I wanted to cover was the Thursday one where I didn't have power, which was the Packers and the Cardinals. Would have been a sick game. Anyway, not that there's not potential here, but Daniel Jones over 242.5 will probably be my favorite pick on the slate, to be honest. The Chiefs are allowing over 275 yards a game right now through the air, and they've played so many run-first teams like the Titans and the Browns and the Ravens. I can't name three. No, those are the three most run-heavy teams in the league. Who's more run-heavy than them? Even the Pats and that's it. The Ravens, the Titans, and the Browns. That's the three most run-heavy teams in the league. And they've also played Washington and some other teams that I don't, I'm not fully confident in their, their passing ability. So the fact that, they're still allowing over 275 yards a game is definitely encouraging for Daniel Jones. Tony and Sterling Shepard are expected to play, so that helps him, obviously, with that supporting cast. Jones has hit 242 yards against much better Ds this year. He's played the Rams, Denver, Saints, cleared against all of them, 242. This line might change a little bit depending if, I think Kadarius, Tony, and Shepard are still technically questionable. I think once they get the green light, they're expected to play. If and when they get the green light, I believe this will probably move up a little bit, so just monitor that. I'm not going to touch Mahomes at all. I like his yardage more than, it's funny to see, when I see passing touchdowns, I was looking at it was 2.5 for Mahomes. I feel like that's an easy over, but you look, even historically speaking, even over his illustrious career, he's been amazing. I think this is actually I did the math. I want to say he averages 2.49 passing touchdowns a game, so that's actually very accurate by the usual Mahomes standard. You can't go by the usual Mahomes standard because he looks like shit right now. He just does. I do feel more confident in clearing these passing yards, but again, I'm not too keen on that offense right now just because, I think they bounce back. There's too many studs. There's something going wrong. But water does seek its own level, and a lot of people think that the Chiefs being shit is water seeking its own level and that he's overrated, all this stuff. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's a very talented quarterback. I don't think he's the second coming. I don't think he's going to be Tom Brady. I don't think he's going to be probably Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's very good still, and I think people are overreacting, and I think water will seek its own level. Chiefs will bounce back. They're a good team. They have good, good coaches, and it's not if, it's when. So I'm not quite sure if I want to touch him yet, but I do think he bounces back. I'm looking at the rushing yards here. None of this really intrigued me too much. I will say, statistically speaking, Daniel Jones and Tyreek Hill over their lines for rushing is more likely than not, statistically speaking. I believe they've both cleared this mark, 5 of their 7 games so far or something. So they should. Tyreek Hill usually gets a rush a game. Usually, if he does, it's not usually up the guts, so obviously he's going to hit over 1.5 yards, and he's fast as hell. We know that. Daniel Jones uses his legs a lot. We know this, and he usually clears 22.5 yards when he does. Booker, I don't love that. I would actually usually go under, especially in a game they could find themselves down very easily. It's just the Chiefs' defense has been so soft that's a little bit scary, but I would probably go under Booker still, just because, like I said, it's just I could see them if they're down 2 touchdowns. The game script is absolutely not going to be pound the ball with Booker. So, but I don't know. That one's a little more scary just because he's been doing okay. He's serviceable. Receiving yards. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, not necessarily, especially Tyreek Hill. He's almost back to old Tyreek where he's boom or bust. I mean, last year we saw a very consistent Tyreek. He was a PPR monster. He was a monster in all, facets of the word. He was doing great. Now he's back to kind of boom or bust Tyreek. Obviously, the team doing bad doesn't help that. I still think it's funny. I don't know how he's going to do it. If you look at receptions, 6.5. You look at receptions, receiving touchdowns, 0.5. I'm not going to touch any of those. The only thing I'd want to touch on Tyreek Hill, to be honest, would be his fantasy score. I think he gets over 19 in this matchup. I think he's slated to boom, but I don't know how. It could be, a bunch of catches, but for a bunch of yards. Probably, usually, if he clears 19, it means he got a touchdown, but I don't know. I mean, he is slated to pop, but that being said, I'm not loving anything else on the slate, guys, so I'm not going to give you my stamp of approval. You guys know I'm not going to BS you and do that. It's crazy. I mean, Travis Kelce over 18.5 is still intriguing to me just because how good he is and how much he averages, and this is a team that you can throw on a little bit. The Giants aren't quite as sound defensively as they were last year. Granted, the Chiefs aren't sound offensively as they were last year, so I don't know. I can tell you this, Sterling Shepard's been playing great when he's been healthy. Kadarius Toney has looked great so far. I don't know, guys. It's a weird matchup. Usually you think we'd be hammering the Chiefs, this, that, and the other thing, but it's just like this is not the Chiefs we're used to seeing. I mean, this is a team. You guys saw the Titans game. I don't need to explain it to you. But, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. My favorite pick on the slate is still going to be the over for the single-stat passing yards of Daniel Jones at 242.5. Everything else is pretty much a wash. But, yeah, I gave you my opinions on him, so you can take your pick. Mike White coming up on Thursday after a monster performance. Love the Colts in that matchup, too. So, yeah, that'll be a little more interesting. I think that one's going to be a little pretty fun, actually, with some volatility there. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. And if you do sign up for Prizepicks, please use code DGF once again. And thanks, guys, and let's cash.